Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with an article from the Washington Examiner dated August 30th, and it says Tim Walz's political origin story does not add up. And I know the video that I put out yesterday, I said I was going to find an article about something else that I found about that wasn't in that Federalist article about Tim Walz and basically all the lies that he's told. And there was something else that he lied about, and this is the something else that we're going to go into right now. So let's do it. And let's get rid of that ad because it's just annoying. All right, it says Governor Tim Walz, Democrat in Minnesota, has long described the moment in 2004 that inspired him to run for public office. In Walz's telling, the folksy high school teacher and two of his students attended a campaign rally for President George W. Bush as an educational experience. However, Walz says all three of them were denied entry upon event staffers noticing a John Kerry sticker on one of the students' wallets, an exchange that The Atlantic dubbed a KGB-style interrogation, because of course The Atlantic is going to run interference. It says there's just one problem. This version of the political origin story for the Democratic vice presidential nominee was already facing stolen valor accusations over his claims about his military service from combat veterans contains significant inaccuracies, which, again, we're talking about Tim Walz here, and this is maybe the least surprising thing imaginable. It says, for one, Walz was admitted into the Bush rally, according to a source familiar, who insisted on anonymity to discuss the August 2004 event. The two teenagers Walz arrived with, Matt Kleber and Nick Burkhart, were not his students, the Washington Examiner confirmed. Moreover, the teenagers were barred from the event after a confrontation that made local news earlier in the week, leading to them initially being denied tickets. So, well, there you go. It says that while Walz framed the squabble as the moment that I decided to run for office, since he had never been overly involved in political campaigns, evidence suggests that Walz was already politically active by that point. He participated days earlier in an anti-Bush protest before the 2004 Bush rally in Mankato, Minnesota on August 4th, an image confirms. And I always am like, why do you, like I said in yesterday's video, like, why do you lie about stuff that can be easily proven if there's like pictures or records, especially in this day and age when like everybody has some sort of digital footprint? Like, just why do it? You're going to get found out eventually by somebody who's a lot better at this than I am. It says this report is based on public records, including Walz's prior comments, documents obtained by the Washington Examiner, archived local news reports, and information provided by two sources with direct knowledge of the 2004 Bush event. He was looking for an origin story. Chris Faulkner, a former Bush campaign staffer in Minnesota in 2004 who worked at the August rally, told the Washington Examiner, and he made one up. This is Walz, the governor of Minnesota in 2004, and 2004 running mate of Vice President Kamala Harris, has said Burkhart and Kleber were his own students. This is untrue. It says, I wish to hear directly from the president and my students, regardless of political party, deserve to witness the historical moment of a sitting president coming to our city, Walz posted on social media in 2020. Walz said in an interview with a Minnesota news outlet in 2022 that he told the Bush event staff he was their teacher, referring to Burkhart and Kleber upon the trio being questioned to get into the rally. Burkhart did not attend Walz's school. He went to Mankato East High School, according to records obtained by the Washington Examiner. He would later volunteer for Walz's successful campaign in 2006. Kleber, the other teenager, was not a student at Mankato West Senior High School, where Walz taught at the time of the 2004 event. He never even took a class with Walz while attending the school, according to a source familiar. So what the hell were they doing with him? So a then active Democratic activist, Kleber was part of the Gustavus College Democrats who would later volunteer for Walz's congressional campaign in 2006, according to college meeting minutes reviewed by the Washington Examiner. Walz has also said that the Bush event staff's discovery of the Kerry sticker prompted the moment of hostility. Important context is missing from his retelling of the events of that day. Again, this is not surprising. And really, would that be enough for like a campaign, kick you out? I know from the left would definitely kick out someone from the right, but if the right kicking out someone from the left, that seems a little odd. But hey, I don't know. What the hell do I know about that? So that's because Kleber and Burkhart had a public confrontation with the Bush campaign days before the 2004 rally. The teenagers were heard making unfavorable comments about Bush as they waited in line and were initially denied tickets, according to an archived news report. After the story was reported by local news, because Kleber called the press, the Bush campaign contacted the teenagers and offered them tickets. In the lead up to the 2004 election, there was heightened protest activity as police made arrests at campaign events. Kleber's parents knew Walz and asked him to chaperone the teenagers to the event, expecting they would run into a problem. Okay, so that's why they were with him. They did, and said that day, as the trio waited in line, Bush campaign staffers told them that the Secret Service deemed Kleber and Burkhardt a threat. Walz, in his retelling of the matter in 2006, said he was indignant. As a soldier, I told them I had a right to see my commander-in-chief, Walz said at a 2006 campaign event in Minnesota. The Bush campaign staffers interrogated Walz and wanted to know if he supported Bush, according to Walz. But while the students were barred from the event, Walz was not. I walked right inside, one source said. The sequence of events, as Walz tells it, inspired Walz to become politically involved. Days before the rally, Walz was already engaged in political protest. A photo taken by then Minnesota GOP aide Michael Broadkorb shows Walz clutching a sign before the rally that read Enduring Freedom Veterans for Kerry. So, of course, he's always picking the wrong guy, it sees here. That's Tim Walz. It says the Enduring Freedom title is known to refer to people who served in Afghanistan, something Walz never did. Yes, because he ditched his group of soldiers before they went over there. As Walz spent time in Italy and Norway supporting NATO forces, the 24-year Army National Guard veteran did not see combat. It's clear he was politically involved before that moment, Faulkner told the Washington Examiner. He was protesting in front of the ticket distribution center. It's all BS. As in the fallout of the 2004 rally and Kerry's loss, Kleber and Burkhardt helped Walz sail to victory and earn a seat in Congress, according to a 2006 blog post. But as Walz ascended to the governor's mansion in Minnesota and now to the vice presidential nominee slot, his factually inaccurate telling of the Bush stories continued to be told by media outlets. Of course, they're just going to, because we don't have a media, they're just going to keep running interference from the man. So aside from Walz's characterization of his military service, the Democrat has faced scrutiny on the 2024 campaign trail over other claims about his background, including his wife's fertility treatments and his relationship with a Muslim cleric who promoted anti-Semitic content on social media. As the Harris-Walz campaign did not return a request for comment. Of course not, because it's going to make him look bad. And in my video yesterday, if you listen to it, I did, or part of the article, I should say, goes over the wife's fertility treatments. But I didn't go over anything about the relationship with the Muslim cleric, which I haven't looked into myself. But besides knowing, I think the cleric is actually heavily anti-Semitic. So good job, Tim Walz. Everything you see about this guy is a gigantic red flag, and the media is just who cares? We have to win. And yeah, so what do you guys think about this? There's another red flag about this guy besides the article I did yesterday. I would urge checking that out as well. But let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.